Alright. This has been absolutely ages. I've not done this in a long time, so I'm just going to... and I'm also kind of expecting nobody to be here. Or nobody to turn up throughout this, but that's fine. I just wanted to do this because I've not done this in absolutely ages. Before I start, I'm just going to bring this up. Because I was, you know, about as big-brained as I get, and actually did remember to bring my other laptop. Open that up so I can do stuff there. Brilliant. Yeah. Maybe I'll put a message out in a Discord server somewhere. Nah. That's effort. That's effort. If people... yeah, hopefully people find this. But yeah, really just wanted to, oh, okay, really just wanted to do this because I haven't done this in a while, and also this is partially to meme the friend who is currently upstairs, just like, he lives on the floor above me and is a little bit to one side. We just left his room a few minutes ago, having watched a YouTube video with him and another friend. So I know he's on YouTube, and I also know he is subscribed to this. So I'm hoping he sees this and gets rather heavily memed by it. But yeah, and also like, it's been absolutely ages. I haven't done this in a while, and honestly, like, the quality seems to be not brilliant on the video I'm watching now, but that's a little bit. Maybe I still need to work on settings or something, because that looks a little bit not good. But that I can't tell if that's just like the computer being slow, but it shouldn't look, because this looks quite low bitrate-y. I don't know. Oh yeah, and also I decided to go and find myself some copyright-free epic music, because good vibes. I can't find like, or I have not yet found like a good library of like copyright-free music that's just like really my kind of vibes, but for now, this will be very good fun. Yeah, let's not die. What? Okay, that was... wow, that was disappointingly fast for the first run of the night. What if I actually... okay, no, I'm going to try something here, which I have never tried before, I think. But I'm going to treat every round like it is... oh, God, this is going to be so slow. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because I noticed that once I get into the routine of safing absolutely everything, I'm a much, much, much better player. Like, I mean, it takes me out. Okay, am I a better player? I don't know. I'm a much safer player. It doesn't take me anywhere near as long. I mean, I don't fail anywhere near as often. Unfortunately, it means I do have to put up with, like, it taking absolutely ages. But I'm hoping if I just do this, if I just kind of get in the routine, get in the vibes, then I'm not going to mess up early rounds as much as I otherwise would do. Like, these rounds, we know I can go faster. Like, that's not really a question. Yeah, okay, it's weird, because, like, this shouldn't make any difference, because currently there is one person watching this stream. That person is me on another account with a computer that keeps telling me OneDrive isn't signed in. I mean, it's good to know OneDrive isn't signed in, I guess. But, like, it shouldn't make a show difference, but I'm kind of just excited to be streaming stuff like this again, because it's been a long time. Oh, and having said that, we should apparently had someone else hop in, so hello to whoever just did. You currently just have me being quite happy to be streaming again and just vibing. Hello! Hello, Zachary. Yeah, it's good to be. And instantaneously, I completely forgot. Just someone turns up, I'm like, yes, it's amazing, be really happy, and then completely forgot that I was trying a new strategy. It's like instantaneously I mess up. But yes, okay. So yeah, doing hardcore bonds, and yeah, I'm attempting. So my aim with this is to try and I really like. I want to get my early game consistent. Ironically, hello Skirby. Ironically, that just sounds like Kirby. Ironically, my early game is like the least consistent part of anything I've ever tried to do on these. And it shouldn't be, because the early game is the by far easiest part of this. Or at least in terms of enemies that are here, it's a million times easier. Let's you know what? Whilst we're waiting for them to come over, let's attempt this. Attempt the good old bonds out of bounds. Yeah, that's bad. I'm not used to doing it with so many. Okay, we got them close enough. Sorry, that's latency. Sorry about that. Because, well, okay, it's latency somewhere. It could be in parts from YouTube as well. But yeah, okay, so what I might try and do, I might change my strategy to safing the early rounds. Or safing the mechs in the early rounds. Like, I shouldn't need to, but clearly I need to do something different in the early rounds, just judging by how many of my games end there. And, like, it's incredibly hype, because now we're on a server with nav meshes, I can seriously I can actually really change up my strats for Stromlings. I can, like, properly just do this now, and it's, like, almost 100% safe. You think Joe is watching too? Well, this seems like a perfect opportunity, because I'm not certain I know who Joe is, so this seems like a perfect opportunity to ask, hey, Skirby, who's Joe? Could you enlighten me as to this important question, because you've mentioned this person, and I can only assume they're really important to you. Because you've brought them up, and so, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think I know who's Joe. Can you let me know? Okay. Oh, I didn't manage to get the projectile jump. Bit of a shame, bit of a rip every time I miss those, but such is life. Such is life, you know. Oh, and here is where I do something stupid and die, so let's not do that. Wow, I'm bad. Joe, biggest fan. Aww. Heartwarming moment there. Heartwarming moment there. Thank you. Damn, that was not what I was preparing to be hit by. There is. I also should warn anyone else who wants to follow up. There is a limit to jokes I will tee you guys up for, solely because I do want to keep this channel somewhat kid friendly. So, yeah, if there are various things I will not follow you into. I will not. Yeah. Join you in the breach. I wanted to come up with some way of including the phrase "once more into the breach, dear friends," or whatever it is, but I could not manage to segue that in there. I'm sorry. Someone, there's the joke concept. Someone work out a segue that would have gone in there. Yeah, much appreciated. I had the concept, but unfortunately, yeah, couldn't get that joke past the planning stages. It's a bit of a disappointment to all of us, but you know, can't always manage. Win some, you lose some, you know. Yeah, so hopefully... So I'm just hoping, changing these strats up, we might get a little bit... Might get a little bit more consistency. And that might save me. At some point. And we're not doing... I mean, okay, I was going to say we're not doing too badly so far, but given that I'm aiming to change the strategies in order to improve my consistency, and I've done like a couple of runs, I don't think I can claim that I have any like statistically significant proof that my consistency has changed. Hey there. Eye emojis indeed. Wait, let's think about what I actually want to do. Let's come around this way. Clump these. Wow, okay. Arguably clumping completely unnecessary with the terrifying threat posed by a grand total of 2 Stromlings. But, you know, it's the thought that counts, right? Hammer Stromling. Hello there. I mistimed. Oh, mistimed that, but still skill cancelled. So that's good. Hello there. Ooh, that wasn't that good actually, because I didn't notice that mech was there, and that could have smashed me. Didn't, but it could have done. So I don't know. The exact opposite of a 1-up for me. That was bad gameplay right there. Wait. Oh no, I need to move. Yeah. Hello, Hocronian. Long time no see. There we are. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, yeah, life's good. I mean, exams coming up, but yeah, the vibe's been good. Was just largely set this stream up for a little bit of a meme, because I've just been watching YouTube. Just got back to my room after watching YouTube with a couple of friends, because we found out that we mostly independently had all stumbled upon the same YouTuber, Virtual, and we're like, well, let's do just group virtual viewing sessions whenever a new video comes out. And so we were doing one of those. And because I knew my friends at YouTube, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to come back and now just stream, because I know he's subscribed to me, so he'll get a notification. And he hasn't turned up. It's really sad. But maybe I mean, this guy like actually has his life together and has a good sleep schedule, so he might just be asleep already. We don't know. Bonk. Yeah, bonk indeed. The aim is to bonk as heavily as possible. But the issue with bonking, right, is look at this guy. This guy, that hammer, that can bonk far harder than I can bonk. It's really sad. Fellow work. And then, Hefest Gods, this run. Okay, were I not fighting Murgle Blotch right now, I would get my recorder out and play that. Because I stood in the rooftops. Okay, that's slight exaggeration. My friend's in a hallway, and the floor above me, as I mentioned, and yeah, I just there were these beams going across the hallway, and I stood on the top. I stood at the top of these beams, and yeah, just one of my friends turned up today. From the top of those, I climbed up into them, and unfortunately, I've played pranks from up there way too much, so he just assumed I would be up there, which honestly, well played. But yeah, then just started on the recorder playing the on After and Vedstanafossen from up there, which for those who don't know is the music going along a brilliant meme of how Heffest, a very, very good Trackmania player, got this run. And I would be replying and looking at chat right now, but that's a semi-difficult boss fight. Yeah, there we are. And then Heffest got this run. I can't do the virtual voice, and I'm really sad at that. I would love to be able to do that, but it is not a skill I currently possess. Oh, wait, where is it? I just left the recorder in my friend's room. It's entirely possible I have. No, where is it? I'm just going across my room searching. I think I might have done. No, there it is. We've got it. It's good. All is well. I also don't remember the notes off the top of my head. It's fine. That's what is it? Something like. And yes, every single thing I play on the recorder does sound like one. They sound like those memes where you have like the Fox opening credits, but they're all done, all done by a bad recorder player. That is me on the recorder because I've still not learnt how to play, and cannot like I can read sheet music because I used to play the trumpet, but I cannot like convert sheet music to recorder. It does not work in my head yet because I. Still never worked out with the Ring swear, but yeah, on After and Vedstanafossen. Good bop. Let's turn the music back on before this guy reaches me. I mistimed that. That's fine. Can take me out in one. Well, cannot take me out in one hit. Could in theory take me out, but okay. I want to aggro one of you, de-aggro the other. Perfect. Yeah, it is an absolute bop. It is a high-tier bop. And what I didn't realise, I just thought it was composed by some guy who sent it to him. No, it's composed by another Trackmania streamer, which is just like... Man made absolute history. Okay, I'm going to try and time this right. Okay, that's fine. So it's a little bit risky, the two of them at once, because... Wow, that was exactly why. That did not telegraph that attack. I was kind of relying on that attack being telegraphed, and it just didn't. Fortunately, I had enough health to tank it. I'd have been a lot less laissez-faire had I not. But, just didn't... so yeah, there are a couple of attacks those guys can do, and there's one which I am... Like, most of them, this is boring, like, absolutely fine. I don't need to look at the computer for that. But, there are some when it gets a little bit annoying. Okay, let's take this guy out. That's an annoying place for you to be. Oh, no. Ooh. Okay, let's circle around. I want to get this rock out of my way before I fight this guy. Cool. And stun locked, and we're fine. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, BoNS, like, a hardcore BoNS is really just, like, a lot of the time it's just setting up. It's just setting up for taking out enemies as safely as possible. And we're going to get hit by by that attack, but it's fine. Because we had enough health to tank it. There are safer ways I could have gone about that, but you know what? I'm a mad lad. Might as well. Oh, we never noticed that. Okay. Let's not die to any of these things. Okay, so yeah, we just want to kite these guys all over here. I might actually de-aggro one or two if I go up there, so I probably shouldn't. Got a couple here. Let's just... not die if possible. Okay, might just do circle strats on these. Guys, it's boring and nowhere near as fun to watch as me being an actually good gamer, but, heal. Okay, and that's the bulk of the difficulty. So for honestly, the thing which I think I'm realizing now is that actually the only difficult parts of Battle Limber Station, in principle, are the, I guess I was gonna say the mech, just the mechs. Arguably, maybe spiderlings. I have still not beaten a need to heal. Still not beaten one of the elite dark spiderlings yet. I will need to do that at some point. Well, for obvious reasons, because they exist, and this is a game about beating every enemy. But and I'm an idiot who aggroed two at once. Okay, what's the best? I can't really split up, so let's just go for one before the other gets here. Classic strats. There we are. Perfect. That's just about the ideal. Enjoy your sleep, Mr. Scooby. I'm assuming that's how you want to be pronounced. Given I remember a live stream ages ago, you wanted me to say. I think it was some sort of rating thing. I don't know. I've seen something from you somewhere about me going quickly and scurrying. So I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. If not, I apologise, but given I pronounced it that way a couple of times, and you haven't corrected me, I'm assuming it's right. But yeah, we're back, and pretty good run, if I say so myself. Let's just going to look to clean out a crate or two. Okay. Oh, I don't want to go next. Let's aggro this guy. And, yep, just absolutely safing. This will take... Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't consider the time I started this run. Oh, no. Oh no, this is going to be absolutely ages. Okay, I'm not even looking, so I also need to get my computer plugged in. So let's do that. Quickly, there we are. Cool. Oh, got those left over. Cool. Yeah, avoided picking that heart up earlier, so come back for it. No worries, welcome back, Cochronium. Yeah, being busy, that is the life at the moment. Yeah, exams are not fun. But, you know, they are very definitely an evil. They are something of a necessary evil. Not for any good reason, just because that's how our society seems to work, and like we just have to. But without them, no one will let me into a lab, so I got to go along with it for a little while, at least. Yeah, that animation. A lot going on. Very impressive. Wouldn't even know where to begin with something like that. Although you're aware, I am still going to meme you that it was just a Slenderman reveal, right? Like, I'm sorry. Really cool and everything. Really impressive, but, you did just build up to Slenderman. We live in a society? We do indeed. God, is this round? Okay. Well, this is where strats happen. So yeah, this is basically the trick to hardcore BoNS is just manipulating enemies' aggro and de-aggro. And knowing when something will and will not aggro an enemy. That's basically all there is to this, honestly. Like, it's having strats for each enemy. But then it's also, yeah, aggroing and de-aggroing. Just knowing how to do that somewhat effectively. So you don't get swarmed. I'm not the first to say that. I mean, I definitely did already say it when you posted it in the Discord, but I can imagine someone else may have memed you for that. That is also... I know Avery dropped a fat Slenderman meme as well. Nor am I going to be the last. Nope. Nope. But it's still really, like... Memes aside, that is... Like, you did a really good job with that. Now, as I say, yeah, I would have no idea whatsoever as to how I'd even begin to go about doing that. There we are. I finally closed the thing telling me that OneDrive. I wasn't signed into it. Poor OneDrive. Okay, okay. So yeah, I should say that as of recent runs that got this far, like, they've all been good. I don't recall recently having gotten this far and having significantly choked it. Yes, I could have walked up further to get that guy. No, I could not be bothered. Oh, and also, the prophecy within a week. Bro, that's impressive. But also, for those who don't know, because I think I may have mentioned it on a video. I don't know whether or not that video has gone public yet. I'm sitting here wearing my new glasses. Because the prophecy foretold in one of my earliest videos, the LCDRU playthrough, when I was creating a new character, I was like, bruh, I feel like my personality is such that I should have glasses. Well, turns out after a good portion of uni, I now do need glasses. It has, like, our friendship group site has been destroyed. Kind of funny, kind of also really annoying, but you know. Given that it's happened, might as well meme it. You know. Alright, let's not screw up these fights and we'll be good to go. I've got spare time with a lot of these. That's there. Good. And just finish up. Nice. No nearby crates. Got that nearby crate, but I don't want to use it. I strictly didn't need to heal there, but my gameplay is not optimal enough so as to go for a minimum number of points. I do not know who Kenshiro is, I'm afraid. So I cannot comment on how close I am to becoming this fine man / woman / anything else. Oh, and the generic background, the generic epic music from the background. I say generic, I mean as in, I wouldn't be able to whistle along to it. Good. Yeah, that background music just finished, because it's not a long video. Yeah, as mentioned, I would like to find copyright-free music that kind of is, like, more my kind of vibe, but I do listen to a lot of epic music, and this is similar vibes, so I am very happy. Ugh, I'm not playing this fight well. Let's back away slowly. There we are. I dislike this particular corner. Oh, and got a little bit lucky there. As in, that was faster than... Not as in, like, I should have died, but as in, that was faster than the fight could have been. Because I got hit... I got attacked with the long-range attack. Which is always nice when that happens. That's actually something you normally want to aim for. Oh, I don't want to move too far here, actually. Gotta be careful, don't get hit by that. Cool, and then let's just charge up and finish that. Nice. Yep, okay, we don't fight this guy in the centre. Yeah, come on. There's one issue, potentially, to fighting this guy in the centre. Oh. And that is being uncertain as to whether it's used the web attack or the projectile attack. That's the main risk. Try out streaming as a VTuber. Cool, cool. I mean, as someone who still has been too scared to show his face on YouTube, you know. Well, I care less about the face, more. I probably could do that, but it's more name I've been avoiding. But given that I recently did get published, and there is information publicly available, like LCDRU, about my research history and stuff like that, so someone could work that out. I think there is definitely enough information out there now to dox me. If someone ever bothered to put it together. If you do, GG. I mean, like, right now it's kind of like the thing that, well, if someone wanted to find me from the internet, they could do it. Like my name is publicly available on the internet. Not necessarily associated with this account, but, like, my name is out there. And so, like, if I am going to assume malicious actors, then, like, I might as well assume that someone's reading my research and being like, I hate him. Which isn't impossible, but I think it's fairly unlikely, but I think it's about as likely that someone will watch this channel and be like, oh, I hate him. Actually, I have received hate stuff before, but that was just funny, honestly. I don't think that was the reaction the person who sent me that had in mind, but I got ages ago sent this little bit of hate calling me a not necessarily particularly nice slur, as though there are any nice slurs. Calling me a particular slur, and then being like, I bet you get this a lot, but basically you're really not a nice guy, you know that? I'm assuming it was someone I banned at some point on the OUCH. But, yeah. It was just like, I nearly released a video at the time being like, bruh, that is such a god-awful way of insulting me. Like, genuinely do better. If you're going to say, I bet you hear this, so, the phrase was, I bet you hear this so often that it's of no consequence. And that could be really good if I did. But no one had ever said that to me before. It's like, yeah, okay, if you want... Well, it wasn't even a particularly applicable slur. It was just like, okay, yeah, it was just... It was very, very, very weird. It was like, this person was trying to get under my skin. But it's like, if you want to insult me, there are very good ways of doing that. Pro strata there, for anyone who does want to insult me and want to really hurt my feelings, great way to do that is get to know me, and find one of the many flaws within me, which I'm not comfortable with, and then which I haven't noticed, and make me aware of that. In particular, a great way to if you really want to like hurt me and to cut me deep, is to basically call out me not being a good friend. At like a time when I've been a bad friend, because that will hurt. That will make me rethink like stuff I have done. That will I will take that like very seriously. That will cut me deep. What a good way of not doing it is so like is completely anonymously sending me an insult. Not giving me any way of asking what I'd done. And then just never ever. Yeah, just being someone I don't know, saying random mean words to me which have, like, no particular basis in reality. It was just like, okay. So, yeah, if you want to do it right, become a good friend first, because then I will really value what it is you have to say, and it will really hurt me, basically. Just some friendly advice for anyone who does want to insult me. That way works a lot better. Because, yeah. Is that guy going to go out of range? No, okay, he remains in range the whole time. Yeah, I genuinely nearly did make a video off the back of that, just being like, alright, no, if you're gonna... Because I know there are many things I do not get right as a person in my day-to-day life. And, like, many of those I'm, like, comfortable with, I've come to terms with. For instance, my room is genuinely, it is, I would go as far as saying it might be one of the great wonders of the world, in all of the worst ways, just because, like, I spend my days doing physics, and, like, I get, especially, like, during term time, I get fairly easily overwhelmed with work, and so like, and you can tell that. You can tell that judging by the fact that I then will just never get around to, like tidying. It's not necessarily dirty. It's just I will not have like my suitcase is still on the floor. My trumpet is just randomly on the floor. My bags are just everywhere. There is no space to walk around. Yeah, it's not clean. I'm generally fairly clean, but it's just untidy as heck. There's a good story though behind this one, which is that one of my friends has a fashion Instagram account, and like getting the day I got back to uni, we were eating in Hull, and mentioned something about so I'm really known amongst our friends and, well, most people who know me for my physics t-shirts. Gotta keep moving. Good. No, I'm dead. It's annoying. Oh, that's my bad. But yeah, I'm really known for my physics t-shirts, and so basically what happened is, because we were joking, because this friend's done lots of reels of her like trying on clothes and being uber fashionable, etc. We were joking, okay, what about if we did that like that but for Ninja, and just a fashion video, but it's just a ton of physics t-shirts. What if we just did that? And this is like a few hours after I get back, and we are in my room recording me putting on every physics t-shirt I own, one on top of the other. I was so hot by the end of that as well. It was boiling, because I was literally every physics t-shirt I own. And I own a lot of physics t-shirts. I own like several weeks worth of physics t-shirts. As has been found out in the past, experimentally, by me seeing how long I could go without sort of washing any t-shirts and just like doing trousers and stuff. Because I'm an empiricist at heart. That's not true. I think I'm definitely a theoretician at heart. I don't know, actually. That's actually a difficult question for me. As to whether I'd say I'm a theoretician or experimentalist. Because, like, I don't know, a lot... I must have a lot of shirts. I have a lot of shirts. I have very little clothes apart from that. I've got a few pairs of trousers. Got some physics socks. I've got one really nice pair of socks, which just is very cartoony. Has like pals, etc. on it, which depending on the vibes I need of a day, I may be like, all right, I'm breaking out the pal socks because they're amazing and I love them. But yes, I have a lot of shirts. It's basically what happens is that my family realised, wait a second, a great present we can get Ninja for like birthdays, etc. is just shirts and just physics shirts. And so I just have so many physics meme shirts. It's incredible. Well, there's actually a somewhat like funny story following up from that, which is the fact that I got a message from a friend the other day who was like, mate, I was just talking to someone about like the stereotypical physicist, and I was talking to this friend about the stereotypical physicist, and was saying someone who wore lots of physics shirts, and she just named you. And so I was like, oh, that's really cool. Now, it turns out it was an acquaintance. Turns out it was a friend we both had. Wow, that was awful. Turns out it was a mutual friend of ours. And so it was not, like, I assumed it was like an acquaintance who maybe I'd met, like, lectures or something. No, it was just a mutual friend. It was like, okay, that doesn't really count. It was kind of funny because, like, the friendship group is, like, there's a strange web of connections that start... Okay, that was just kind of funny. There was a strange web of connections that we started having recently. As of just, like, random groups of friends who I would not expect to know one another. Just, like... yeah, just... odd connections, which was really cool. Like, we found some of this out when we decided the other day we were gonna have a Fast and Furious movie night. So we've watched many of the Fast and Furious films. So I've got one friend who loves them, or more specifically is I think in love with Vin Diesel, and yeah, and was basically like, okay, I want to watch the Fast and Furious films. You guys were like, okay, cool. And so we've gone through all of them. The best part of this particular thing was the one night where me, this friend, and one other friend basically were like, all right, exams are over for the year. We're just gonna go into a room, and we're not coming out until midnight, and we're just gonna watch Fast and Furious films until then. It was quite the experience. Was truly like, you know, you discover something about people when you're in a room just watching Dominic Toretto really care about family for a good probably was something like 5 hours. It was so dumb, but it was genuinely just such good vibes. It was like, okay, exams are over, you know, let's just vibe heavily. Oh, I'm annoyed I lost that run earlier, because I mean, if this run becomes a good run, I am just going to be so asleep by the end of it. I really hope this run does not become a good run. What am I doing? What am I doing? I am bad, I say. I am bad. Doesn't make... I didn't make it back quickly enough. Okay, aggroed 2. It's fine. One mech de-aggroed. That's nice. Let's just take these guys out before. Come on. Okay. All good. Yeah, so I think my, like, conclusion from this is that mechs are actually, like, one of the things I find hardest about this challenge. Why am I suddenly getting frame drops? I don't know. Like, yeah, what's going on? Like, yeah, I think mechs are possibly the hardest part of this challenge, just because they've got that huge range, and, like, yeah, if you're not careful, you can get quite a few of them clumping up on you at once. And I think that's probably the reason I've lost as many early game runs as I have. It's just the mechs. So, that's why this new strategy hopefully should put an end to that. That's the plan. Vibing for hours on end? Yeah, indeed. Oh, the vibes, though. Mwah! Truly, truly immaculate vibes. God, that was such a weird evening. It was incredible. It was very, very strange. It was not what I would have imagined I would have been doing as my post-exam celebration. But God, it was incredible. Just 3 guys in a room, absolutely vibing. Well, I mean, it was more to begin with, but one of my friends flaked, which was very, very sad, and did not end up doing it for the whole time. But you know what? We live and we learn, and he was there for the next Fast and Furious film, so you know what? All's forgiven there. Okay, I might. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get within range of anything there. Oh, hello. That was not great because I didn't know that was. Oh! I was really confused as to where that came from. But no, didn't I just aggro him like over there? And was just like, okay, I won't smash it. No, was that the previous round? I don't know. The rounds are blurring into one, which is arguably not necessarily what you need. This challenge, come on. Let's go. Let's put it back around. Should be able to just complete that. Nice. I'd have been dead if I messed that up, so it's good that I didn't. So that's one of the funny things that I like misjudged on my first couple of attempts doing this, and I just now know instinctively, which is how much health the health bars correspond to on most enemies. Like, I would say admirals I'm not, like, not all enemies. There are definitely, like, admirals I'm not hugely confident on, just because, like, realistically, I never actually need to care that much about an admiral's health, because, like, either I'm dead or they're stun locked. Like, there's the occasional time when I'll be dealing with, like, pirates at the same time. Sometimes it makes a difference, but most of the time it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to accept aggroing those two, I think. Because I think I would much rather be getting rid of Stromlings than I would be getting rid of mechs. Or getting rid of clumped ones anyway. Okay, there is something probably coming up behind me. Yep. Good. Okay. Got 2 projectile things on me. That's what they're called. Not ranged enemies, just projectile things. Wait. Might be a little bit close here. A little bit of chip damage on that guy. And running up here, we should be safe to de-aggro, although we may aggro those. It's fine if we do, because we can then de-aggro them by running back. I lost aggro on the mech, which is not ideal. Oh no, did I? Maybe I did, we'll see. Yeah, I did. Doesn't make it much difference. Okay, this isn't... I'm gonna try and be very careful about this. Oh no, I can do this and then go around, that's fine. So this will work. Why is my instant reaction to seeing my viewer count go up just like, ah, yes, the bots have arrived? What am I doing? Okay, I'm also not hugely processing this particularly well. Like where enemies are at the moment, because I'm not used to doing round 6 with this strategy. My plan for these rounds normally involves a lot more ad-libbing, but like I think like my runs, if I don't ad-lib these rounds, my runs will get a lot more consistent. And consistency is the aim here, because I know most enemies in the game, not all of them, most enemies in the game I know I can take out perfectly. And it's like just a case of executing on it. And that's just a case of some of them are harder than others, and I have a certain chance of failing, so it's just getting the attempts in, basically. And the more attempts I have that get somewhat close, the better. Oh, that was it. This is a good dark spiderling fight, actually. That was pretty fast. It was well done, even if I do say so myself. I've got to see if it's possible to do a safe double combo on a dark spiderling, because I've never done one, but I think it might be doable if I'm careful. I seem to remember that may have even been the old strat. I don't recall exactly, because it's been a long time now since I actually played this with the AI that I first learnt it on. But I would say definitely overall, well, I'd say actually spiderlings have gotten harder. AI changes have made spiderlings harder, but overall the fact that I'm now playing on a server where enemies stick to the floor makes my life a million times easier. I'd say as of moving servers, my life has net gotten easier. Nope. Ooh. That was close. That was a little bit risky. And yeah, here's the point where there is, well, no point to heal up. Because I'll get one shot anyway. There may actually be a small point to... no, I prefer going this way around. There may be a slight point to me healing up. Just for the fact that, like, I'm now going to want to heal up. And that may distract me at some point, but... Whoa! I'm sorry, what the heck? No, I disagree. I beg to differ. From the hollow lies, this is the dawning of the rest of our lives. Of our lives on holiday. Okay. Do I want to go for another run? That's the question. Or do I... Because I could also do a little bit of bug testing. Just continually trying to bug stuff out, as is very much my way. That would be fun, because even if I do start another run... Oh, no, I don't want to exit. Even if I do start another run, it won't be... Like, I won't have... It will be like 1 o'clock for me by the time I'm finishing it, and I will not be playing well. So let's see who's around. Oh yeah, I was having a good time. Good time with properties last night. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do the Oh yeah. God tier property right here. Oh yeah, there's an out of bounds I know I can get with with Shanty Shanty, but it's also entirely pointless. Yeah, whose was it? I think it was Nautilus's that had. So there was actually. I'm gonna attempt this briefly because this was a really cool parkour routes I found the other night. Just been busy with other stuffs. Yeah. Yeah, that's a mood. Although, in fairness, that wasn't the reason I wasn't playing. I mean, it was in part, but honestly, the more stuff I have, the more likely it is I end up playing, because I just like want a somewhat relaxing thing to do. Arguably, hardcore BoNS doesn't necessarily qualify as somewhat relaxing. Oh, first attempt. Okay, can we just make it the whole way up here first try? Let's equip spear gang. No, we cannot make it up here first. Oh, well, I didn't fall. I mean, I fell, but I didn't fall. So it's fine. Should be more than good enough. Okay. First attempt, gang. It's not mess. Whoa! Epic! I theorised that could happen. I've never achieved that. I'm honestly surprised my consistency getting up here is as high as it is. That's huge! That's huge! Okay, I've never done that before. But that was something I theorised was possible. So, okay, basically what happened there was an equivalent bug. I'm not going to go into the details of exactly how it works right now, but in part because I don't fully understand it myself. But basically that's a bug where you basically hit the ground at the same instant as you activate one of your as you activate the ground pound, your basic spear. And so what happens? Oh, that's even more interesting. And so yeah, what happens is basically the game applies the air movement you should have, but it. Why can I not make this? It's not a hard jump. I mean, apparently it is, but and so what happens is the game only applies when you have an air movement, the game applies a velocity, an instantaneous velocity, and a gravity reduction, and that will continue until you hit something, or just sets you to zero gravity. What happens there was what can happen is if you hit something in like the same frame or whatever as you start an air movement, then the game will. Sorry, let me line this up. Then yeah, what will happen is the game's just like, oh right, here. Why am I not managing this? I managed this fairly easily the other night. But yeah, the game doesn't. Oh, and then I missed that. Yeah, the game doesn't cancel the air movement and just uses the. But because you've hit something, your velocity is resolved parallel to that surface. And so basically, it was one of the ways I first made it into the Nexus Tower Outbound. Or I think it was the Nexus Tower Outbound I caught on video. Or I think I did catch it on video. I don't know if that was the like main one I ended up publishing. But it was one of the ways I once made it into the Nexus Tower Out of Bounds. Why am I so bad at this? But yeah, I've only ever achieved that with spring shoes. And bear in mind, like, to put that into, like, just to think about that for a second, we ground pound, like, so much more often than I use spring shoes. And that never happens. Presumably just because the set of requirements for it to happen are so precise. Like the set of timings you need to have. I don't know what they are or anything like that. But whatever it was, I will probably need to take a look back at this video, see if I can work it out. Because whatever it was, that was incredible. I theorized that in theory, yeah, the ground pound air movement is identical to any other air movements in the game. But yeah, I've never seen that happen. That's incredible. And so it's not hugely useful. That particular one, I just don't. say demonstrate as though I did intentionally. That particular one I just achieved isn't hugely useful, but the principle, there we are. Make it up here. Let's do a little finish on the flag if I can. Nice. There we are. A little bit of LU parkour for the day. But yeah, if that were, however, like if you could trigger that with, so there is a 0.5 second period where the player. So I'm now just trying to think of ways we could potentially abuse stuff like this. There's a 0.5 second period where the player is moving upwards at a velocity of 2. To put that in perspective, I think it's like a 5 or 15 you move downwards when you ground pound. I don't actually recall off the top of my head, but 2 is very low. You, for 0.5 seconds, move upwards with a velocity of 2. And then you move down for like a maximum of, I think, 1.5 seconds after that. Or maybe it's 1.5 before you can get out of it, and it can be that. I don't recall the exact timings. But yeah, basically, what if, rather than, that's for me, happened on the ground pound. So it happened whilst I was moving downwards. Which means kind of boring, you know? Like, if I'm just moving downwards, then nothing really interesting. Like, I can't use that to, like, fly, for instance. However, it is theoretically... Well, no, I don't know. I will have to look at the skill tree. I have to look at exactly what happened there to try and work out what was going on. But it is, in theory at least, possible for the player to... Yeah, it's in theory at least possible for, like, the player... Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm thinking now. Okay, no, that's fine. Like, the air movement exists, anyway, I should say. I should not say that it's in theory possible, but the air movement exists, lifting the player up. And what if you manage to cancel the skill tree before you got to the downwards moving air movement, and manage to trigger that same bug I just found on the downwards moving air movement? If you manage to do that, that would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, let's demonstrate this. I haven't demonstrated this live. It's incredibly easy to demonstrate, but kind of weird and subtle in what it is and how it works. Let's just. So you're gonna see. I'm just gonna demonstrate some stuff here. Here, note 2 attacks happen. One when I get hit by the birds, and one when I hit the ground. If I can pull this off, you will see a similar thing where it's only a single attack, and it's where I get hit by the birds. But it's fairly precise. So it might take me a second or two. I may also... Maybe I need to like do it further down. Oh yeah, a lot easier. Yeah, okay, so single attack when I got hit by the birds, and we don't trigger another one afterwards. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to jump on a bouncer. There is no reason this should make a difference. But it does. In the game logs, like, there's actually an error. The game does not like it when you do this. For whatever reason, when you use the bouncer in like this particular scenario, the game is not very happy with you. And yeah. Oh, okay, I guess that works. Go away. What happens when you use the bouncer, and then when you trigger certain things and you ground pound at the same time, you get an So, as we're just about to do, you get an interesting bug. And basically what happens is you get an error in the middle of the skill tree. What you see, the like attack animation, or the thing you see like when the birds hit me, like there, that is caused by some form of interrupt. The game cancels your current air movement because you've just been hit by something. But the weird thing is that it doesn't... So it still starts your new air movement. And that air movement, for whatever reason, the thing bugs out. Can I manage that? No. The thing bugs out, and it doesn't happen the next time you land on the ground. So if you actually check the logs, there is an error occurring when this happens. And so a cool application of this is you can use this to get as you can use this to smash sharks. If I can pull this off, you can use it to smash sharks without requiring any items or anything like that. I don't yet. I've got to actually line myself up slightly for it. That was perfect. I just jumped too soon. There we are. And so that's not, you cannot make it like jumping from here. You can't grab, I don't think. That felt doable though, now I said that. So maybe that is possible. I don't think it is. I think I have tested this. But we can give it a go. Oh no, maybe that is. No, that actually feels doable. Maybe I go from even a little higher up, maybe? So let's give this a try. So like, I'm not getting it, but that actually feels... And I know it's my own point I'm disproving if I manage to get this. Oh, that's actually interesting. So this should be doable, but the geometry of the shark makes it really difficult. Like, if that were any other enemy, that would be a lot... Or any other angle, even, of the shark. If the shark were at a different angle, I could pull this off, but I can't. It's interesting. But yeah, okay, so an interesting thing to ask now... Well, I guess this was an interesting thing to ask before, but what if you could cancel the... What if you could cancel the air movement before the ground pound happens? What if you could error that thing out? What if I could get the... What if I get this following error? So the error we have, more or less the error we have here, where the second air movement is broken, but without breaking the first air movement. I hope. Feels like it shouldn't be possible, but yeah, that's just something I've got to research at some point. Yeah, there's some other interesting stuff I discovered recently. This is because I figure I might as well do this, and it's this absolutely tiny interaction here. Ooh. Oh, actually, whilst I'm on, I should do my dailies. But yeah, which is this: me getting bonked backwards. I don't know if it varies depending on weapon. Like that felt like I got bonked quite a long way back. Let's just see it for no weapon. Yeah, I feel like I got bonked similarly actually, so. Yeah, and this you can use, I have thus far managed to clip stuff with this, but only incredibly minor clips, like absolutely useless, you could have just jumped kind of clips. Like these are literally like tiny. There are certain gaps which like I clip through rather than walking over, but like you wouldn't even have to jump, that kind of thing. So this, thus far, it's really cool, but thus far it doesn't have. It's cool that it exists, but thus far no use to discover it. Am I whacking rocks? Yes, I am. That I have tried. Like, I have done so many weird things in my time playing LU. No. Well, it was good to see you, Harcronium, and we'll, yeah, see you around, I shall say. I'll say hello to Underbuild next tower. But yeah, unironically, I've spent so much time just testing random things in the hope. Well, not really testing random things, but well, yeah, just I've tried most interactions with most items in the game. Anything that there was even the slightest thought in my head, could this do a bug? I've almost certainly tried it. Probably multiple times and in a fair amount of detail. Good luck with some of LU. Yeah. As always, yeah, very much need it. LU, honestly, most of it's incredibly solid. I've discovered a lot with air movements. Air movements are things which kind of... Oh, I didn't even process the music. It's not here anymore. Yeah, air movements are like the one thing which really have struck me as like, yeah, this is broken. Most things not really. There are... Oh, I should sort out... Okay, I'll see if Tancred is actually online or if this is a bug. And I'll do my dailies. Let's do dailies. I don't know if I've had a video with these in yet, but there will be some coming out. I've been co-opted into a cult, basically. And it's incredible. Brian, or is Zezima, is I think just not commenting on this, hoping that I'll stop sending him croissants, and it is not going to happen. Who else is on the list? Sigma. I don't actually have a list, I just keep a rough track of who I'm sending croissants to. This is arguably one of my favourite mails of all time. We've never been emailed shurikens before, it's incredible. Oh, he'll get a tasty croissant. Yeah, and just in case they ever do run out of croissants, I found a vendor in Gnarled Forest who sells these. Which is pretty epic, not gonna lie. So yeah, let's head on over. And yeah, honestly, this was so much better vibes than me just sitting on my own, randomly mucking around. Like, despite the fact that there were definitely periods when no one's been here, but like, yeah, types of people have been here and talking to people. Good vibes. Good vibes. And I will continue to talk when people aren't here, obviously, because... Wait, is Tancred just... No. Are you... I'm assuming he's offline and he's not just standing around by one of these? I'd very much admire the dedication if he were. First time. Not quite. So might as well do this. First time here. Haven't clip checked with the most recent bug, but well, not thoroughly in Nexus Tower, but I can't imagine anywhere where it would particularly help. Well, I mean, you don't really need to clip, I don't know. I can't see too much reason why you even would clip a Nexus Tower. So, alright, something I do want to sort out briefly is I have been prepping. I've mentioned this in the past, and I will do so again until it happens. But yeah, very excited for a hide and seek challenge with some friends I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to continue. So, as you don't know at the moment, I'm making a collection of just trying to see if I can just get every weapon. Oh no! I have two of... I think I messed up at some point, because I've got two of those, and I've been getting rid of the halberds, I think. Oh no, that's annoying. Okay. So yeah, I also need... I might as well take this opportunity to do a lot of rearranging, because a lot of rearranging needs to happen. This I can sell. There's a lot of stuff that I can sell. More stuff I can just move about. You can honestly, I might as well move this here. Because I'm not specifically going to be collecting all the Spinjitzu variants, but I did get this the other day, and because I love Sensei Wu's stuff, it is one of the best items in the game, in my opinion, just because there are so many bugs, so many little tricks, so many quirks to it. I really enjoy using it. So I did. So when I saw that particular stuff, I was like, well, okay, gotta go for it. You gotta do it, you know? This, great item. This, still unlinked. Interesting. I don't think I want to sell it, but... Oh, yeah. And the golden spear, right? The super spear I had to get just because, come on. Spear Gang is incredible. And we've got the golden spear just to flex my Spear Gang membership even further. So, yeah, riveting LU gameplay, right? Oh, no, sorry. I do have a... Oh, there were Korsks I was thinking of. Cool. But I do at least have one. That's good. I don't have any fangs. I definitely like great fangs drop from places. I don't have any of those. Okay. Do not need these, but that's also not worth even keeping to sell. I should just move all of these up here, because that's why my inventory is awful recently. Organization is more or less non-existent. This I do want to save. I haven't had any thoughts for like clever stuff I could do with it yet, but you know, at some point maybe I will have a good idea. Like sticking, I don't know, holding enemies in place. That does seem like something that would have its uses. Just haven't thought of any yet. I could stockpile healing cherries. I feel that's a little bit unnecessary. I'm also gonna... Okay, we're gonna move stuff out of our slots. Okay, that's kind of good. And then we've got all of this stuff here, which is for the hide and seek. I'm gonna be incredibly memed by everyone when this happens, because I've like spent time just collecting different coloured clothes for the sake of this. Did not warn anyone else that I might be doing that, so I'll be memed heavily, and that's fair enough. I don't think it'll make a shred of difference, which is kind of why I'm doing it, but it's good fun, and like, as you can tell by the number of times I mentioned it, I'm excited for this to happen. It's a nice way of like, I don't want to like find hiding spots in advance because that seems unfair. I did that with Nimbus Station just because I wanted to see how balanced it would be. But I've not done that with anywhere else. I did find one like absolutely impossible spot in Nimbus Station, which rules will need to be made to account for like spots which are too hard, I think. Because like I'm convinced I could probably hide there the whole time and no one would ever see me. Oh, unless I forget how name tags actually work. I forget exactly when you are and are not able to see someone else's. Super competent axe, cool. Don't think there's anything we really need to sell. I mean, yeah, we might as well sell these. And then, yeah, what should we finish off with? Could attempt dragon stuff. That's always... It's always interesting. The thing is, I'm not very good with the dragons. It's one downside with dragon stuff. Okay, cool. Could have called this a win. So, what do I do? No one's on for BoNS. So that's how... Oh, well, first off, there's something very important I need to do. And... Yeah, I mean, look at my money. My money count. Look how high that is. Can't be having that. Because, like, if I've got money, right, I can lose money. No. Don't do that here. Instead, we make an investment. You want skeletons? Yeah, sure, why not? Instead, we invest it in spring shoes. Oh, we could also... Okay, let's do one loot crate unboxing. Yes, I did just use that to go over to the other side. Okay, singular loot crate. I mean, I more than recouped the money I made. Or the money I spent. In fact, I recouped enough money that I can now go and buy one more spring shoe. So, yeah, I see that as an absolute win there. That is stonks. Yeah, there we are. 346 spring shoes. That's... Yeah, each spring shoe is 1,000 coins, so I have spent nearly 350,000 coins. That is the price of 2 Valiants on spring shoes. And to be clear, a good amount of that money, like that's not... I'd already got a lot of the easy money on this account. Like, I'd smashed Butterscorch on here, I'd smashed Rumorg on here, because I'd gotten my 2 Valiants previously. So that's like, on top of the money that you'd normally get for Valiants. I mean, I guess I haven't spent money on... I haven't spent money on on my rank 3 kit, for instance. I haven't spent faction tokens on that either, because I don't need it, I don't use it. Loot crates, how long have they been in? Yeah, so I'm slightly memeing. But yeah, basically the thinking was, by Brian, the guy who owns this server, was like, okay, what if it feels a little bit like... Like, once you get to the end game, like, there's nothing to spend your, nothing to spend faction tokens on, really. Nothing of interest. So, like, what if we added some stuff to use your faction tokens on? Right, let's change up gear. Hello there. So, yeah, I'm realising that, like, I say hello there incredibly regularly. And I'm not making the meme that people think of. Or that people probably assume I'm making. I'm making a completely different one. I'm not making the Star Wars meme because I still have not seen Star Wars. I'm actually... It's just one of our friends. And he'll just come on VC randomly and just, like, mutter, hello there, to us. And then someone's name, so... that's history. I am not... And also, I'm also fairly certain he isn't either. Might as well take a look around for any potential clips and stuff. Oh yeah, so something fairly interesting. The game changed fairly. This is a little bit of trivia. Various parts of the game changed quite significantly from Ninjago, and like made Ninjago a significantly... It's not Ninjago itself, but like prior to Ninjago, like compared to a lot of stuff like this, which made it a lot more stable. So for instance here, you can see I get physically knocked back, like physical knockback occurs there. That does not occur with Ninjago weapons. And there's similar stuff to like ground pounding shenanigans and bugs I can pull with that. That does not work with Ninjago stuff, does work elsewhere. What should we do? Oh, okay, well. Should definitely do that at some point. But let's add a request, and I fulfill my requests. I have the speed strat for getting in here quickly. I don't know if I've ever actively shown / mentioned that, but that's the fastest way of getting into the caves. Oh yeah, should actually use like a good weapon, because as cool as this is, it's arguably not the best weapon to use for actually fighting stuff. Could do a fractal run. I'm terrible at fractal. So, that'd be a fun run to do. Oh, I need to unequip spring shoes, because otherwise I will use them automatically without thinking. Yeah. because I'll be expecting to be using the big one, and I won't be. I don't have enough money. Not money, imagination. Yeah, I know, go away. Much better. Ooh, model backpack full. I don't really care. Which means I need to sell stuff, which is going to be annoying. But it's fine. What was I doing? I was going to equip this. There we are, much better. Yeah, fracture it is. Yeah, you were not who I wanted to attack. You did just hit me, which is annoying because I'm poisoned. But it's fine because you're not only undead, but you're now dead. You're just somewhat... It's actually, does this have a really slow attack? This does have a really slow attack speed. Huh, I did not notice that. No, I just want to... I'm a simple man, I just want to go to Fracture. Please let me go to Fracture. Who, I'm sorry, is still Fracture in my mind. I do not accept the name Fracture for him. Why will you not let me interact with statue? There we are. Apparently it doesn't like it when you jump on its head as a way of getting in. So I'm actually pretty bad at this. I should say in advance. Oh. Okay, I'm also not wearing... It is tempting to just spring shoe up there. I don't know if this guy... I don't know if Fracture is actually attackable whilst he's up there. It would be absolutely hilarious if I did just spring shoe up there. And just spawn kill him. For like the first phases. I'll have to check that at some point. Okay, so what do we want? Let's get up this, power that up in advance. And then... As I said, not very good at this. I never did that thing that I thought the kids are talking about. It's getting good. Yeah, I never did that. Never did that with this particular game mode. Oh, and I'm now bugged at high speed. That's annoying because I dislike that bug. Not that it's not going to be incredibly helpful right now, but. How am I just getting destroyed like this? How much damage do these things deal? Notice every time they do, they get me. Every time they do, I get a little bit more overpowered because my speed just gets a buff. So I feel for these guys. It's not exactly fair. Let's get you. All right, let's try and do the next section without actually dying. That'd be great. I probably won't manage it because, as I said, yeah, I am terrible at Fracture. But you know, got to give it a go. Got to give it a go. Could actually change up my strats slightly. Could use the Scythe of Quakes. Given that a lot of my strats at the moment are revolving around me running in and dealing damage. Hey, that was fairly clean. So I could, because Scythe of the Quakes has a useful ability, because I'm not... I like the fact that that one is range. So I could hot swap. Could use this for the running up. That might not be a bad idea. Okay, let's give this a go. This might suit my playstyle a little bit better. Ooh, but I'm moving incredibly slowly. No, I don't really like that, actually. I don't think. Whoa! What just happened with my camera there? most importantly, nah, I'm not going for that. Might as well stat-log things for a second. Don't know if I have enough imagination to fully charge this, so I do. Ah, how did I get that out of it? Nice. Very cool. Take down, yeah. I was aiming to take down the commando. Won't manage that now because it's got invincibility whilst it's in the Spinjitzu. Yeah. What was it that... Why did my camera do that weird thing? Like, it was as though my camera, like, began doing a little cutscene thing there. That interests me. I don't know what that was. But again, like, that's one of the things. Could be server side, could be client side. I don't know. Yeah. Get it. Big bad, throw bone. Just like every other skeleton ever. Bet yours would hurt as well if I weren't, you know, wearing a ton of stuff that gave me a ton of advantages against you. I guess the game devs didn't know how to balance this. I'm sorry to any devs who actually did work on Ninjago. Like, you get memes a lot, but Ninjago, it was an impossible... Trying to fit Ninjago into, like, the existing world of LU was a really difficult task. Oh, it's... Okay. It's the BoNS attack there that does something with the camera. Like, it was an impossible task. And, like, it's done pretty darn well. To, like, link the two up. Let's not die. Let's get that. Should give me enough time to get there. Which gives me enough time to do that. Good. And now, I think... we may well just be hitting this guy until the end. Okay, honestly, for like, I know for most people that's probably not very good, but for me that's actually a fairly good Fractal run. I'm not experienced here. I've fought Fractal very few times. So yeah, I'm fairly pleased with that, and I think that counts as fighting some skeletons to end off the video. Stream, that's what I'm going for. Let me finish off some skeletons to allow me to sleep, I think was the phrase I was going for. Actually, they both say animated. I mean, I know they're not, but imagine if they were. It's just worth a lot more money when I sell it. Interesting, you can't bring your pets into boss fights. Didn't know that. Anyway, yeah. Well, to anyone watching this after the fact, thank you very much for watching it. To Zachary Sawson, thank you very much for still being here and for contributing and like giving me ideas. It's appreciated, really appreciated. Yeah. This was really good fun. It's nice to just have someone to, like, talk back to occasionally. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone who's turned up, everyone who watches After the Fact. Yeah, all of you. Thank you. I've been Ninja of LU.